welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. So, it is the continuation on the categories of women who should date Nigerian men with caution, part 5. As promised, I told you guys that the next segment will be talking on the career or educated women. We're talking about women who are doing very well in their different fields of lives, profession, or even businesses. However, there's one thing with some of these women that I've encountered Nigerian men when dating, they tend not to understand that there is a difference between dating a modern Nigerian man and a traditional Nigerian man. Now, listen, not all Nigerian men want a working class lady. Not every Nigerian man wants to be with a lady who is more educated than he is. Not every Nigerian man wants a lady who goes or does 9 to 5. And not every Nigerian man wants a woman who is very much well in her business or businesses. And I tell you this for a fact, a lot of women who met Nigerian men and ended up with them. Maybe they met this Nigerian man, they fall in love. A lot of these women who are career oriented, a lot of them at certain stage they find themselves drifting. Drifting. At the end of the day, that Nigerian man leaves this woman or women and then goes to Africa, Nigeria, to marry a lady who hasn't got the same, qualification in terms of education or the same achievement in terms of career and business. And this has left a lot of ladies, wondering, like, I mean, how do you leave me considering my level of education, considering how exposed I am? Considering the fact that I have businesses, I'm CEOs to a lot of businesses, and in my career, I'm doing well, but you're leaving me to go marry a lady who is not up to me in terms of social status. Well, I will tell you why he left you. He left you because he wants control. Yes, you heard me right. He wants total control. Now, listen, marriage with a Nigerian man will never hit its peak or work out if that man is not the Lord of that marriage. If he's not the sheriff of that marriage, it would be very difficult for that marriage to work out. And in as much as some Nigerian men are okay with sharing power, having this relationship where the man and woman they pass their opinions together. Not every Nigerian man is okay with this, especially when you talk about the very strict traditional Nigerian men. These men are not ready to share 1% of their power. They want 100% control in their relationship or marriage. And this explains why it's like most career driven women who are doing well educated, a lot of them tend to struggle when they meet strict traditional Nigerian men or some kind of Nigerian men. And that is why some Nigerian men will not want to do anything or stay far away from women who are considered to be career women or women who are highly ambitious. Now, there are certain reasons why these Nigerian men will stay away from these women. Reasons such as societal norms. Many Nigerian men may avoid marrying career women due to the societal belief that prioritize this, traditional gender roles where men are expected to be the primary breadwinners. So this can create a form of like reluctance to marry a woman who is perceived to be more successful than the man or doing well. Basically, the societal norm we have in Nigeria is that the man is a breadwinner and he takes care of the family. So when you're a lady and you're doing well, most Nigerian men would tread carefully because they don't want to be insulted. They don't want to be told that look at you, your wife is feeding you. I mean, you can't take care of your home. Your wife is the breadwinner. You are the wife while your wife is the husband. They don't want that. So they want to disassociate themselves from societal norms. Another reason is the fear of competition. There's a concern among Nigerian men that marrying a successful woman might lead to a feeling of inadequacy or competition as they will struggle with their own career ambition in comparison to their partner. So sometimes you discover that the person who ought to be your partner is actually the one competing with you. Like, where are you running to, madam? You are my wife and you're flying and I'm crawling. I mean, it can't happen. I have to clip your wings, And then the final point is the perception of entitlement. Some men may think that career women have this sense of entitlement, that leads to unrealistic expectations from relationship, particularly regarding to finances, which can deter them from pushing career woman. I have a very good friend I met through my channel, and I always tell her, look, there's nothing wrong with you. The problem is you. I used to tell this lady, the problem is you're at the top of the food chain. So when a Nigerian man meets you, he looks at you like you look successful, you are successful. He gets scared. It's not like you have any problem why these men are not coming from you. It's just you are in a different league. Now, the thing is, if you're a lady and you're career driven, not every Nigerian man you meet is for you. I repeat, not every Nigerian man is for you. Some do not want you in their life. A lot are not interested in being with you. Some want you to convert and be a housewife. Or better still, they just want you to start a very small scale business where you can manage the business at the same time manage them and manage the home. And that is why it is very important for you as a lady, you pick the right kind of Nigerian man who is okay with you having a career, or a Nigerian man who will come into your life and is pushing you to go back to school, or a Nigerian man who is pushing you to take a course, to improve your resume or your curriculum vitae. Someone who comes in and challenges you to progress, challenges you mentally, someone who you can trust as a companion, knowing that you will do better with this person, not one who will come into your life and then make your life a living hell, especially if you've built career over the years before you met this guy. He comes in and he starts accusing you of, your bad wife, your this, your that, you're sleeping with everybody at your work, and all of this. These things, they can be like hell on earth. That is why if you're a career woman or you're highly educated, I repeat, not every Nigerian man you meet is for you. Trust me, the relationship may turn out fine. When you're dating, everything may turn out cool, nice, but marriage is always a different ball game. The marriage is always different. So if you marry the man who is not meant for you, and the man who doesn't understand what it entails, to build and to pursue a career, you will struggle. You will find yourself going through things like, you're walking on eggshell. Because if you're successful and you're married to someone who is not as successful as you and doesn't understand that you can actually have a woman who can be successful than a partner, you would have a situation where you'll be walking on eggshell, because everything you say to him, he may interpret them as an insult. He could tell you, well, you're asking me to boil rice or go for grocery because you earn more than me, or because you're more successful than myself. You find yourself walking on eggshell. This could also bring competition. As I said before, you might experience a situation where your partner is in direct competition with you, where your partner is like, you are flying and I'm crawling, you're excelling and I'm like not even finding the E in Excel. And what will people say? And then he tries to bring you down, And lastly, and again, this would eventually lead to abuse, to get to a point where if care is not taken, he could abuse you of sleeping with everybody in your office. He could accuse you of, like sleeping to get whatever position or success you have. And then eventually it will lead to abandonment. He would abandon that relationship and then go for a woman he can actually control her life. He goes to Nigeria, marry a lady younger than you, always, that he can actually control her life. You see, this lady doesn't have the same level of expertise or educational qualification than you. But one thing he derives from this is that he has a woman he can control, a woman who looks up to him, and somebody he could start building a family with. And then you might be wondering, where did it go wrong? What did you do? The fact that you loved him and you even pushed to get married to him, knowing that you know you guys were not of the same level financially, academically, and the status quo. Everything was far apart, but because of love you still went for him. Well, the truth is, when you were picking that Nigerian man, you picked wrongly, which is nothing new, especially when it comes to Western women picking Nigerian men. 8 out of 10 pick wrongly. So what am I trying to say, guys? I'm trying to say if you're a career woman, make sure you're with a Nigerian man who understands what you're doing. Make sure you're with a Nigerian man who has some level of education, because education is the mainstay, is the foundation to which you can understand other things. Make sure you with a Nigerian man who is supportive and can hold a conversation, understand the nitty gritty of what you are doing, at least the basic. You don't go and meet a man who, when you try to explain your work and he's asking you, what is that? Is that what you do? You have to, put this into consideration. Do not think that, okay, well, he may not understand now. When he comes into my country, I will try my best, to explain the kind of business or work I do. He will not get it. He doesn't get it before. He will not get it. In summary, as I've always said, try to pick Nigerian men within your profile. It will help you in a lot of ways. So, guys, the last topic, the part 6, we're talking on the beautiful, chubby, big women and the caution they should apply when dating Nigerian men. So, as always, guys, like, share, subscribe. Home Truth Nigeria. Peace out.